Hey everybody, welcome back to Conscientious Omnivore. My name is Pal. Today I'm finally getting around to cutting up one of the little squash that grew in our garden this summer, and we're going to see what it looks like. I promised you guys I would show it to you when I do finally decide to cook it. So I'm hoping it should be a nice kind of orangish, yellowish color on the inside, similar to a butternut squash. Usually these are a little bit darker in color, but let's open it up and see what it looks like. And we're gonna roast up some potatoes and some I've got some onions here and broccoli. I'm gonna just kind of cook those up in a separate pan. I'll just do kind of like the no oil saute method that I've shown you guys before and just throw in the broccoli at the end. So let's get this thing cut up and we will see what it looks like on the inside. I'll show it to you guys in a second. So would you look at that? Beautiful colors. I don't know that the camera's really kind of showing the color accurately. In real life I think it's a lot darker than it looks like on my screen, but it's hard to get good lighting right now. I've got natural light above me, but the sun is getting ready to set, so I think it's just kind of like low light and it's not really reproducing the color. It's quite nice. It's a very orange color, very similar to a butternut squash, and it looks like the seeds are fully formed as well. So despite this one being kind of small, I think it did actually reach maturity, so I will probably save some of these seeds and try to grow some again next year. I do have some seeds that I used to plant these still left, so you know, even if these aren't viable, the other ones should be fine. And I just wanted to say a couple quick words about the about the stalk here. You can see that it was really like dried up and kind of shriveled up already, so that's kind of a good sign of maturity. And it had a pretty tough skin, so it wasn't easy to like kind of press your fingernail into it. So I'm going to scoop this inside out with a spoon, get these prepped up, and I'll show you guys what to do with it next. Okay, so guys, I've got all the seeds scooped out. I'm going to actually cut these in half again, and then I'm going to put them in the pan that way. I'll get them in the oven in a second. I've got it going at about 200 Celsius. And just wanted to show you guys, I got a lot of seeds, and got some that were kind of too skinny, and I'm not going to save those, and I'm not going to dry those out or anything. But I wanted to also say, in case anybody didn't know, that just like pumpkin seeds, these can actually be dried and eaten. So you can see a few that I cut through by mistake, when, well, unintentionally I should say, when I, sliced the squash in half. And you can just see that inside, I mean, it just looks like regular little, pumpkin seeds. They're just not dried out yet. So these seeds are actually quite fat and really big. I'm sure the seeds are going to be really big on the inside too, just like these. And what I'll do is I'll put a bunch of these out on just like a sheet of paper, let them really dry out, and on top of a counter or something, and then I'm going to put those away for the next growing season, and then we'll start sprouting some of these in the springtime. But the other ones I'm going to just lay out on a flat sheet, and we're going to bake them in the oven. When everything is done baking, I'll just turn the oven off and throw these in and dry them out, and then we'll have some pumpkin seeds. And the squash itself is basically super nutrient dense. It has tons of like beta carotene, all this kind of stuff, lots of vitamins, lots of minerals obviously, and the seeds themselves have lots and lots of protein and minerals. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know I've looked this up before. I think they're really high in zinc and a few other things that are actually kind of typically hard to get, quote unquote, on a vegan diet. So it's actually really good, very nutritious, good source of lots of minerals and stuff. So let's get cooking. I'm gonna put these seeds to the side, and then we'll just clean up the broccoli and start that as well. Okay, so everything's nice and done now. Just checked the squash again for the second time here with a fork. Everything's nice and soft. The potatoes are done. And I didn't get to show you guys because it was just really crazy. I had to kind of run around and do a bunch of stuff at the same time, so I didn't really show you cooking this, but you've seen probably other videos I've done where I explain the no oil cooking method that I use. I just added a bunch of spices to this. I did the salt, pepper, usual. I did a little bit of curry, some paprika, a little bit of soy sauce, and some mustard. And that is smelling great. I can hardly wait to eat this. I'm gonna taste test after we plate this up, and I'll let you guys know how the squash came out. But just by the smell of it, I think it smells really nice, and I'm pretty sure it came out good. So let's get this on a plate. Okay guys, so everything's tasting really good. I just had a little bit of the squash, and the broccoli came out really great too. So I just want to kind of finish here. Sorry for the poor lighting. Just you're gonna have to take my word for it that this actually looks quite good. Maybe I'll paste in a picture that I took on their better lighting. But yeah, it's really good. Simple meal. You can't really beat it. Super nutritious, super delicious. Really good, easy to grow. Things like squash can store for a long time in your basement or your pantry. So if you have something like this growing in the summer, you know, you can really put this away into fall and late even into winter, and really get a really good, nutritious, wholesome meal for your family. You know, that you knew where it grew and what kind of chemicals or lack thereof are going to have been sprayed on this and all this kind of stuff. So super excited about this. I'm really glad they grew and that they did mature. I'm going to show you guys the seeds in a little bit. I've turned off the oven, obviously, and I've let it cool just a little bit. I'm going to just throw the tray in there, and I'll show that to you when they've dried out a little bit. Alright guys, so everything's all done now here. What I ended up doing is putting back the seeds in for, I don't know, it was probably maybe half an hour or so on the lowest setting of the oven. So I think it was in for maybe a half an hour or so on 75 Celsius. And they're nice and dried out now, and they smell really nice. And I peeled one for you guys so you can see it. It looks pretty much just like a pumpkin seed and tastes exactly the same. So this is it, and just wanted to end the video here by saying that yeah, you can get a whole bunch of useful things growing out of your garden. Definitely plant some squash and enjoy the benefits well into winter of having fresh, delicious, nutritious food available for you and your family. And yeah, get planting next year. Get some seeds now, start planting it out, and grow some food. Don't grow a lawn. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe. That really helps me out too. And really appreciate everybody signing up. Got a lot of new people as well in the past month or so. So we're heading up towards 600 people signed up already. We'll hope to get to even higher numbers. But hope everybody's enjoying it. And I'm having fun making videos for you guys. So see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.